great to see you again. I hope you're ready for another exciting trip to Learning Land. We're in the gym club at school. Tim, Biff and Millie are already there. Shall we go and join them? Just click on your name tag. If this is the first time you've been to Learning Land, click on the star. There's lots of fun to be had at the gym club. Come and play with us. Tim and Biff are doing some stepping and stretching exercises. Tim is counting all their moves, of course. Let's go and watch them.
Hi there! Welcome to our gym club.
One day a week after school, we come to gym club to get some exercise and play on the equipment.
Biff and I are doing some stretching exercises. All right, Biff?
Okay, Tim.
1, 2, 3, 4. And turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And turn.
I'm using the trampoline. I wonder how high I can go. Whee! Be careful, Millie. You might bounce off.
Or you could bounce into outer space. Millie?
That was fun! I'm going to keep my feet safely on the ground playing with this hoop. Let's see how many spins I can do without dropping the hoop. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I'll practice some more to see if I can beat my record. While we're exercising, why don't you look around the gym club? Off we go! Hello there. Welcome to my crazy exercise game. This is Craig and this is Carl, his twin brother. Craig and Carl are ready for their exercise class, but Carl needs some help. Would you like to help him with his exercises? I'll ask Craig and Carl to do something like jump in the air. Craig has played this game before, so he knows what to do, but Carl needs some help. When I ask Craig and Carl to do something, I'd like you to click on the correct button beside Carl so that he knows what to do, like this. Jump in the air. That's it! You help Carl to copy Craig! Each of these buttons will help Carl with a different move. Jump in the air. Turn around. Crouch down. Put your hands on your head. Touch your knees. Clap your hands. If you help Carl with 9 moves, I'll give you a piece of the Jiggle Jigsaw. Ready? Then let's play. Crouch down. Click on the button. Great! You could play my copycat game with your friends. Why not see who can remember the most moves in a row? Now for the next move. Clap your hands. Now click on the correct button. Well done. Now for the next move. Jump in the air. Click on the button. Great! Now you're getting good at this. I'm going to shout out the moves 2 at a time. Turn around. Then clap your hands. Now click on the buttons. That's it. Now for the next moves. Jump in the air. Then crouch down. Click on the correct buttons. You're good at this. With all your help, Carl will soon be an exercise class star. Now for the next moves. Touch your knees. Then put your hands on your head. Now click on the button. That's it! Congratulations! You helped Carl with all his moves. You deserve a piece of the Jiggle Jigsaw. Hello again. Have you been having fun? We have. I've been getting better with my hoop spins. Help us count how many spins I can do now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done, Sue.
I can do more than that. Just you wait and see. Has anyone seen Biff?
Is he taking a rest?
No, I'm in here.
Biff, what are you doing?
I wanted to crawl through the tunnel, but I got a bit stuck.
Oh, Biff.
Wait a minute. Hello?
I think you've grown too big for that tunnel, Biff. Come and join me for some more stretch exercises.
I think that's a good idea, Tim.
Have you explored our gym club? Let's go and play. Hiya! I got a word game using the words he, she, they and it for you to play. Tim, Biff and Sue are going to help. Let's play! This game is all about when to use the words he, she, they and it. We use the word he when we talk about a boy or a man. We use the word she when we talk about a girl or a woman. We use the word they when we talk about two or more people. And we use the word it when we talk about a thing or an animal if we don't know whether the animal is a boy or a girl. Let's try using some of these words. Here comes Sue. I'll write about what Sue's doing and then read it out. I've written Sue is running. Now I'll write the sentence again underneath the first one, but I'll leave Sue's name out. Now, all you have to do is choose which of the words on these buttons we can put in the empty space. Sue is a girl, so we wouldn't use the word he in a sentence about her. We would use the word she. Click on the button with the word she. That's right. Let me read that all out for you. Sue is running. She is running. If you choose 6 words correctly, I'll give you a piece of the Jiggle Jigsaw. Before you can start playing my game, I need to know how clever you're feeling. If you'd like to play a game using the words he and she, click on the blue button. But if you'd like to play a game using the words he, she, they and it, click on the orange button. Let's play. The horse is neighing. Click on the correct word to fill the empty space. You're good at this. Let's read this out together. The horse is neighing. It is neighing. Here's Biff. I'll write about what Biff's doing. Biff is throwing a ball. Now I'll write it out again, leaving out Biff's name. Click on the missing word. Great! Let's read this out together. Biff is throwing a ball. He is throwing a ball. Let's do another. Sue and Biff are skating. Click on the word that goes into the empty space. Great! Let's read this out together. Sue and Biff are skating. Biff are skating. Here's Sue. I'll write about what Sue's doing. Sue is running. I'll write it again, leaving out Sue's name. Click on the correct word. Great! Let's read this out together. Sue is running. She is running. Let's do another. Sue and Biff are eating. Click on the word that goes into the empty space. You're good at this. Let's read this out together. Sue and Biff are eating. They are eating. I know a tongue twister that begins with the word she. Shall I teach it to you? Let's do another. The ball is on the chair. Click on the missing word. Well done. Let's read this out together. The ball is on the chair. It is on the chair. Wow, what a star you are. You know all about how to use the words he, she, they and it. You deserve a piece of the Jiggle Jigsaw. Click on the home button to go back to the gang in the gym.
98, 99, 100 and turn.
Gosh, Tim, I think that's enough exercise for me for today.
But I know a lot more numbers even bigger than 100.
You can carry on counting, Tim, but I need a rest.
Tim, you could count how many hoop spins I can do now.
Okay, Sue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow!
10's my new record. You'll get dizzy, Sue.
All this exercising is leaving me out of breath.
Come on then. Hi there. I'd like you to help me with counting in number patterns. I'll be counting on and back in 2s and 5s. But there are gaps in the number patterns that I need you to fill in. First, I need to know how smart you are with number patterns. Click on the blue button if you want to count in 2s. Click on the orange button if you want to count in 5s. Let me show you my number patterns. These numbers go on in 2s. Count with me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. These are all the even numbers up to 20. I will now show you 10 number patterns with numbers missing. When you've filled in the gaps correctly, I'll give you a piece of the Jiggle Jigsaw. Okay, here is the first set of numbers. These numbers go on in steps of 2. What number is missing? Click on the answer from these numbers here. Correct! 2, 4, 6, 8. Counting 2s is really great. Now a different number is missing. What number is missing? Click on the answer from these numbers here. Well done! These numbers go on in steps of 2. What number is missing? Click on the answer. You got it! Now a different number is missing. That's what's missing. Here's a new number. These numbers. Well done! Now a different number is missing. You got it! These numbers go on in steps of 2. That's what's missing. Now a different number is missing. Correct! These numbers go on in steps of 2. That's what's missing. When you get this right, you'll win a piece of the Jiggle Jigsaw. Now a different number is missing. Correct! That's all my number patterns polished off. For being such a fantastic help with...
Let's go climbing. Hello there. You're about to go on an amazing journey. You'll be following a little caterpillar from the ground up, up, up to the very top of an apple tree. Along the way, you'll find out about how trees live, how apples grow, and even how we can use the wood from some trees. This is Curly the caterpillar. He's got a lot of crawling to do to reach the top of this tree. There are 12 places for him to stop on this journey. When you've helped him visit them all, and he has reached the top of the tree, you'll win a piece of the Jiggle Jigsaw. Click on Curly and we can start him on his way.
Off I go!
Click on the roots to find out about them. These are the tree's roots. They go deep under the ground and take in water that the tree needs to live. They also stop the tree from falling over.
We're back on the move! What do we have here?
Click on the buds. A tree's buds are where new leaves and flowers are getting ready to grow.
Let's carry on crawling! Let's have a look around.
Click on the leaves. As well as water, the tree needs sunlight and air. The leaves open wide to take in as much sunlight and air as they can and turn it into food for the tree. This tree is quite tall, but some trees can grow even taller. In North America, there are trees called redwoods that are 50 times taller than a grown-up person.
I don't think I'd like to climb those. We're back on the move. What do we have here?
Click on the tree bark. The bark protects the tree from damage. Every tree has a different pattern of bark, just as we all have different fingerprints.
Let's carry on crawling! What do we see here?
Click on the apple blossom. When the leaves have grown, the apple tree grows flowers too. Hey, there's a bee. It's come looking for food in the flower. When the bee visits, it picks up tiny powder called pollen from the flower, which it can carry to the other apple trees it visits.
Let's carry on crawling! Let's have a look around.
Click on these tiny apples. When the pollen reaches a flower in another apple tree, it helps an apple to grow behind the flower.
We're back on the move! What do we see here?
Click on the tree house. Who's made a home here? Somebody's built a tree house. The house is made from planks of wood cut from a different tree. The wood from trees is very useful for fires and for making houses and furniture. Paper is made from wood too.
Let's carry on crawling! What do we have here?
Click on the nest. Here's a bird's nest with a young chick in it.
Oh, look! It's the chick's mother. She's brought a worm for her baby to eat. I hope she doesn't see me and think I'm a snack. Let's carry on crawling. What do we have here?
Click on the apples. Hello. There's a little grub in this apple having its dinner. Apple trees grow their apples in the warm part of the year, and we pick them when they're big enough.
Let's carry on. What do we see here?
Click on the branch. This branch has been sawn off. Can you see the lighter wood inside the bark? Inside a tree's bark is a softer wood. When you look at a sawn-off tree trunk, you can work out how old the tree is by counting the rings from the centre.
We're back on the move. Let's have a look around.
Click on the apples. Whoops, you've knocked one of the apples off the tree. This is the inside of an apple. The centre of an apple is called the core.
Let's carry on crawling. Let's have a look around.
Click on this leaf to see what happens. Ooh, the leaf has fallen off the tree. The apple tree loses its leaves in winter, but not all trees do. Some trees, such as holly, keep their leaves all year round. These trees are called evergreen.
Here we are! We've made it to the top of the tree! Don't look down! We're really high up!
Now we've made it to the top, I have a special presentation for you. A piece of the Jiggle Jigsaw. Would you...
Welcome to the Jiggle! The jigsaw that makes you giggle! Look! It's a new Jiggle Jigsaw to make! This jiggle is stuffed full of terrific trucks and big diggers. Look! You've got a jiggle piece ready to be put into position. See if you can work out where it goes, then drag it into its place. Good work! Here's another piece to place in the jigsaw. Where does this one go? Wow, a perfect fit! Here's another piece to place in the jigsaw. Where does this one go? That's it! Here's another piece to place in the jigsaw. Where does this one go? Good work! Brilliant! This part of the jiggle picture is finished. Now it's time to dig around. Try clicking on the picture to see what happens, and don't forget, there will be 4 more jiggle pieces to find in the next issue of Learning Land. Are you sure you want to leave Learning Land? Click the green button to finish playing. Click the red button to carry on playing.
Goodbye!